Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation for today: Gauri Mahalla Nama, Kou Mai Bhulio man Samjhavai, Ved Puran Sad mag sunkar, Nimkh na har gun gavai. रहाओ दुर्लभ देह पाए मानस की, बिरथा जन्म सिरावै। माया मोह महासंकट बन, तांस्यो रुच उपजावै। अंतर बाहर सदा संग प्रभ, तांस्यो नेहो न लावै। नानक मुक्त ताहे तुम मानो, जह घट राम समावै। अंतर बाहर सदा संग प्रभ, तांस्यो नेहो न लावै। नानक मुक्त ताहे तुम मानो, जह घट राम समावै। This is about the erratic mind, the disoriented mind that seems to grow in fondness for the delusion of Maya and refuses stubbornly to reflect on the self. In other words, it deliberately chooses to be in bondage. That is the irony of our existence. And this is the subject of this passage, a very short one again. So the Guru begins by calling out aloud, if you will, Kou Mai Bhulio man Samjhavai, folks, my mother. This can also be read as Mai Bhulio, meaning lost in Maya. Can someone please guide my disoriented mind? Kou Mai Bhulio man Samjhavai. Because the mind has heard of the seeker's path, Sad mag sunkar, and it has learned sacred texts and scriptures, Ved Puran Sad sang sunkar. And yet, having heard of the path, having learned scriptures, not for an instant does it turn inward to self-reflection. Nimkh na har gun gavai. This is the context of the problem. This is the central message here. This is our problem that Guru Tegh Bahadur is expressing. And then the reminder, Durlabh deh paye manas ki. I have received this precious human form. Birtha janam siravai. Yet my life is in vain. I'm wasting my life. I'm wasting this precious gift that is rare to come by. Durlabh. Durlabh deh. And what am I doing? Maya moho mahasankat ban. I know that the delusion of attachment to Maya, to the worldly play around us, is a great dilemma. It's a great fascination. It is very seductive. And I know that it is like being lost in a jungle, very difficult to get out of. But my mind has developed an attachment for it. Maya moho mahasankat ban. Knowing all of this, tansyo ruch upajave. Even then, I grow a fondness for it because it is very seductive. Antar bahir sada sang prabh. The Prabh self, wisdom, it is with us inside and out, antar bahar sada, and ever present, sang, with us. Tansio neho nalave. It does not want to associate with it. Nanak mukat tahe tum man ho, jeh ghat ram samave. But, says Nanak, this is the instruction, freedom is achieved only when the self is realized within. So you see the dilemma. The mind is oriented towards the senses. It seeks sensory pleasure. It seeks sensory experience, rather. And that creates for it a vicious cycle, as we have seen in the previous Shabad. It gets caught in that vicious cycle and cannot get out of its own accord. And yet, says Nanak, if you wish to release yourself, you have to turn inward. The orientation of the mind has to move inward to the self. When we say inward, what we are really saying is to the essence. And the essence is not a physical thing. It is the core of your being. It's who you really are. It's the substance that we are truly made of, the animation within us. It is what gives us the animative spirit, if you will. So we have to turn inward to connect with it, to understand what it is. So therefore, the mind has to retrain itself. It has to reorient itself. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.